Coach, obviously we heard LeBron questionable. How much do you look at that Denver game? It's the one time you guys played without him and take from that.
We'll definitely look at that game. That was sort of the next man up blueprint that we had. We didn't win that game or play well. So we'll definitely look at that and just look at the matchup as well with Portland and make the decisions about what we got to do to win the next one.
When you're in a losing streak, a lot of times people will look at that fourth quarter and obviously it's magnified. What did you think about the offensive execution? What's been the biggest issue with it down the stretch?
Well, we got a lead, and we've executed well in the fourth quarter most of the year. We didn't in this game. We got a lead, and when you get a lead, you got to expect the other team to pick up their pressure, and then you got to handle it. And we didn't do that well enough. I thought we did settle a little bit too much from the perimeter, and when they picked up their defensive pressure, we didn't execute our counters well enough. So it's just something that we got to get better at. With
all your guards healthy now, how much of a challenge does that become for you in terms of the minutes and rotations?
That's what you call a good problem.
Yeah.
We got plenty of guys that honestly, like all of my wings, I would feel good playing 35 minutes a game. We have that type of depth and talent on this team. So you want to just make sure that guys are getting enough minutes to be in rhythm, enough to contribute to the game. And like I said, it's a good problem.
How much did LeBron and AD do during practice today?
AD did the whole practice, and LeBron did basically the no contact portion, or really just the warm-up portion, of some of the offensive fundamentals we were doing.
Hey, Frank, you haven't had Kuz at full strength for a lot of the season. It seems like he's getting there health-wise his last two games. That lineup at the end of the first half seemed to really go on a run with the small ball group. Some might have thought we were going to see a lot before the season. Just wondered what you made of that group and how you think that could be utilized moving forward.
Yeah, just like you said, unfortunately we had a minutes restriction with him that game, so we had to limit, how much we could keep him in there. But that's a lineup with AD at the 5 and Kuz at the 4, and LeBron and two other really good players that we have on the team, that we feel like could be our best lineup. And we haven't had that much of the season because of Kuz's injuries, and hopefully the plan of basically shutting him down a little bit and getting the ankle injury fully behind him paid dividends. It looked like it did for how we played last game, but we got to continue to just make sure we're integrating him the right way.
Can you take us back to the origin of that plan a little bit? Because obviously he hurt it against Washington, came back and played.
I forget which game it was, but he had just been just communicating to the training staff that he still feels limited, that it's still bothering him, and felt like it's impacting his productivity on the court and ability to explode and move and all that type of stuff. And it just reached a point where if an injury's not getting better, you got to back off a little bit and try to make sure it gets put behind you.
Did that come from? Did you guys have the 5-game in totality in mind at that point, or you just didn't know how long?
We had a let's take it day to day, and as long as it needs to take to get it fully behind him. That was the mindset, and we thought, the medical team thought it probably could take a few games, so at that point we're gonna, just wait and see. But it was still sort of a game-to-game thing.
Was that something that came from the medical team, or did Kuzma say, "Hey, I'm not feeling right, take it to you"? Or
with all these situations, it's collaborative effort, between Rob and myself, the medical team's opinions, and the player feedback. With an injury in terms of what the right plan is.
LeBron had a groin injury last year, and we've heard that it's not related, but has the fact that he had an extended groin injury last year contributed to maybe some extra caution with that injury, or do you get that sense from him or anyone on the medical team?
Yeah, like all injuries, we're going to be cautious about it, and certainly it's in the same area but not the same injury. But it is the same area, so you factor that in, and obviously he will communicate how he's feeling tomorrow at shoot-around. We're having a shoot-around tomorrow, everyone. Yep, I know you'll be happy about that. And he'll communicate to the medical team, and we'll make a collaborative decision like we always do.
Coach, teams obviously make adjustments. Second time you guys are playing Portland in a month. Just what will be some of the challenges tomorrow against the Blazers?
Well, they got those two guards. They're two of the toughest guys in the NBA to defend, and Carmelo's giving them a big lift. Their bigs are getting integrated into their system, so the continuity is continuing to grow for them. And Obviously, they're well coached on the defensive end as well. So we got to execute and worry about what we're doing first. But they're definitely a playoff caliber team. That was in the conference finals last year. So we're gonna have to play well to beat them.
LeBron and AD have had their highest net rating when they're playing alongside Caruso. What have you seen from that lineup that you think has caused that?
Alex is just a versatile player that performs at a high level on both ends of the floor. I think he's an elite defender, which obviously moves the needle with those types of stats. And he can do some things on the offensive end as well in terms of being a spot-up shooter off the basketball, but making plays with the bounce as well.
Rick, is there any temptation to just say like maybe LeBron should take a few days and see if he gets a similar kind of benefit from?
If it's needed, we'll see how he's feeling. If he wakes up and goes in the gym tomorrow and feels 100% and there's no pain and he wants to play, then we're going to play him. But certainly if he's limited or at risk, then we're going to be intelligent.